Hello, this is Mark Satterfield, and welcome to the Velvet Rope Playbook. Tonight's chapter: How to Attract Affluent Clients When Your Company Controls the Marketing. One question I hear surprisingly often goes something like this: Mark, I'd love to do more marketing, but I work for a large law firm. Or, I'm with one of the big four accounting firms. I'm a consultant at a national consulting company. My company controls the website. They review everything I publish. I just can't change the messaging. I can't redesign the My Bio page. I can't launch my own brand. And because of that, they conclude they really can't market themselves. I don't think that's true. In fact, I think they're asking the wrong question. The question isn't, how do I control the firm's marketing? The better question is, how do I become known? Because those are different things. Now, here's something interesting. Think about the most respected professionals you've ever met. Maybe they're an attorney, maybe a CPA, maybe a management consultant, maybe a physician employed by a large hospital. Now, were they famous because of their employer's website? Probably not. People knew them. Their reputation existed independently of the organization they worked for. That's what you're trying to build. Now, here's an important distinction. Your company owns the brand, but you still own your reputation. Those aren't the same thing. And affluent clients, the people writing six-figure checks, often hire people more than they hire firms. Yes, the firm's reputation matters, but once they've narrowed the list, then they're looking for someone they trust, someone whose judgment they respect, someone they've heard about before they ever schedule the meeting. So, how can you create that? I think there are 5 things that make an enormous difference. The first, become known for something surprisingly specific. Not, I'm a business attorney. Instead, I help family owned manufacturing businesses navigate succession without destroying family relationships. Not, I'm a wealth advisor. Instead, I help entrepreneurs prepare for the emotional and financial challenges of selling the company they've spent 30 years building. Specificity is memorable. General expertise isn't. Second, teach. This is where people immediately think my company won't let me publish whatever I want. Well, maybe. But most firms are perfectly comfortable with educational content. You're not giving legal advice, you're explaining trends. You're answering common questions. You're helping people think more clearly. One thoughtful LinkedIn post each week, one short presentation every month, one article every quarter. Over time, that compounds into authority. Third, stop trying to impress your peers. Start helping your market. This is a mistake I see all the time. Professionals write to impress other professionals. They fill articles with technical language, industry jargon, complicated explanations, but affluent clients aren't looking for the smartest person in the room. They're looking for the person who can make a complicated problem feel understandable. Clarity creates confidence. Fourth, become visible where affluent people already spend time. Not necessarily social media. I'm talking industry associations, private clubs, charitable boards, family business organizations, executive roundtables, private investment groups, high-end trade conferences. You don't have to be the keynote speaker. Just become a familiar face, because familiarity creates trust. And finally, build what I call your evidence trail. Imagine someone hears your name. What's the first thing they find? Your firm's biography page or interviews you're given, articles you've written, conference presentations, podcast appearances, client alerts, panel discussions, commentary, thought leadership. Every one of those becomes another piece of evidence that supports your expertise. Eventually, people stop asking, "Who should we hire?" Instead, they say, "I've been hearing your name everywhere." And that's a completely different conversation. Now, here's the irony. Many professionals feel they're limited because they don't control the company's marketing. In reality, most of them haven't fully used the opportunities they already have. You don't need complete freedom. You need consistency. One article, one presentation, one interview, one relationship repeated over the months and years. That's how reputations are built. And here's something worth remembering. Affluent clients rarely choose someone because they had the flashiest website. They choose the professional they've come to know long before they ever became a client. That's the real objective. Not better marketing, greater familiarity. Because in professional services, visibility creates familiarity. Familiarity creates trust. And trust attracts affluent clients. If this resonates with you and you'd like some help becoming the obvious choice for affluent clients, even if you work inside a large organization, go ahead and visit getwealthyclients.com, where you can learn about working with me one to one. Or you can visit the link that's in my description. This is Mark Satterfield. I hope you've enjoyed this chapter of the Velvet Rope Playbook. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.